It starts the moment you step aboard. The sun is shining, the music's playing, and a crew member hands you a fruity cocktail before you've even reached your cabin. You feel like royalty. A week of stress-free escape awaits, and you've earned every second of it. But just below the surface of that perfect vacation lies a finely tuned machine. One designed not just to entertain you, but to quietly drain your wallet, influence your behavior, and make you feel like every upgrade, every charge, every tip was your idea. The truth, most cruise passengers don't even notice. But the ones who do, they cruise differently, smarter, sharper, and far more affordably. Because once you learn how cruise lines really operate, you can bend the rules they don't want you to know exist. This is the episode they hope you skip. But you're not skipping, you're watching, and by the end, you'll know exactly how to outsmart the system before you even pack your bags. Subscribe to Cruise Watch for more cruise secrets, behind-the-scenes truths, and real stories from the open seas. Whether you're sailing Carnival, Royal Caribbean, or planning your very first voyage, this channel helps you cruise with confidence. Now, let's get into the secrets. Cruise lines are billion-dollar industries, floating cities packed with spas, bars, shopping malls, and casinos, all carefully engineered to separate you from your money while convincing you it's all part of the fun. Most travelers walk straight into the traps. And who could blame them? When everything is bundled in convenience and luxury, it's easy to forget you're still being sold to at every turn, but not you. You're here to learn the truth, the things they never print in the brochure, the tips that seasoned cruisers whisper about after their third or fourth voyage. The game's being played, and here's how to beat it. Gratuities sound harmless, even generous, a way to ensure the hardworking crew gets fairly compensated. But cruise lines flip the script before you even set sail. They offer you the chance to prepay your tips, usually packaged in polite-sounding language. For your convenience, they say. Here's what they don't say. Prepaying gratuities means you've already tipped the waiter who might forget your drink order, or the steward who skips cleaning your room one day. Once that money's gone, so is your leverage. Smart cruisers, they opt out during booking. Then, once aboard, they hand a $10 or $20 bill to the steward on day one. Suddenly, towels are shaped into swans. Ice is always fresh. Your name is remembered. That's the power of direct appreciation. Of course, there's a moral crossroads here. Auto gratuities do help cover the invisible crew. The cooks, dishwashers, laundry workers who never meet your gaze but keep the ship humming. That's why some choose a hybrid strategy. Keep the auto tips to support the full team, and carry cash to reward standouts personally. Either way, know this: convenience costs you control, and when you control the gratuities, you control the experience. Let's talk about the silent war in every cruise cabin. Charging ports. You brought a phone, a tablet, a smartwatch, maybe a curling iron or camera. Your room? 2 outlets. One is buried behind the TV, the other jammed under a lamp that looks like it came from the 80s. Your first instinct, pack a power strip. But wait, most cruise lines ban them. Yes, even the ones without surge protection. Security might confiscate them the moment they scan your bag. So what do the pros do? They bring a compact USB charging hub. No AC plugs, just ports. These quiet little devices let you power up everything at once without breaking ship rules. Add a small portable power bank, and suddenly your devices are always ready, even on shore excursions or by the pool. You don't just look prepared, you are prepared. The drink package is the siren song of the cruise industry. For one flat fee, anywhere from $60 to $100 per day, you can drink to your heart's content. Cocktails, specialty coffee, bottled water. It sounds perfect until you do the math. To break even, you'd need to consume 7 to 10 premium drinks every single day, and we're not talking about beers. We're talking handcrafted cocktails that cost $12 a piece. Plus, many cruise lines require every adult in a cabin to buy the package, even if one doesn't drink, and there's more. Service charges may still apply. Some premium liquors aren't included, and they may limit how many drinks you can get in a certain time window. Suddenly, your deal becomes a daily bar crawl. Savvy travelers skip the package or buy small beverage bundles for coffee, soda, or water. Some even wait for pre-cruise discounts and specials online. A couple of handcrafted cocktails? Memorable. A $1,000 drinking bill? Not so much. You find a dirt cheap rate, an interior cabin for half the price of an ocean view. Jackpot until 5 a.m. hits. That's when you discover you're directly under the gym and someone's drop-setting dumbbells like it's a powerlifting meet. Or you're above the nightclub where the bass never dies. Sleep? Gone. But there's a loophole. Not all interior cabins are created equal. Some are tucked in quiet corners, midship, between two passenger decks, far from the chaos. Others have extra square footage due to odd design quirks, and cost the same as the smallest room on board. Study the deck plans like a treasure map. Look for oddly shaped rooms. Avoid anything near public spaces, lounges, gyms, kids' clubs. Book the right interior cabin, and you've got yourself a quiet, cozy hideaway for half the price. Just don't forget a battery-powered nightlight, because when there's no window, 2 a.m. and 2 p.m. feel exactly the same. Embarkation day. You're finally on board, a little sweaty from security, your carry-on dragging behind you. You head straight for the buffet, just like everyone else. It's chaos. Wilted lettuce, pizza that tastes like rubber, people fighting for seats with full plates and no place to sit. And all of it was prepared hours ago. But the smart cruisers, they skip the buffet completely. They drop their bags off, check the app, and head to the main dining room, where a quieter, freshly prepared lunch awaits. Some ships even have hidden poolside grills or cafes offering discounted specials on day one. No crowd, no noise. Real silverware. You don't need to start your vacation in a stampede. You can start it with a glass of wine, a hot entree, and peace, because sometimes the best food is the one no one's fighting over. On a cruise ship, timing separates the frustrated from the fabulous. Breakfast between 9 and 10. Expect long lines, limp bacon, and grumpy guests. Dinner at 7. You'll wait for a table, miss the freshest dishes, and hear kids melting down at nearby tables. Here's the secret rhythm. Arrive for breakfast at 7:30 just after the early birds. Show up to dinner at 5:30 or after 8. The sweet spot between waves. Even the buffet has flow. Come 30 minutes after it opens. Fresh food, less crowd, zero heat lamp crust. And here's a bonus. Want to eat like royalty? Watch where the crew eats. They know exactly when and where the food is at its best. Because on a ship, every hour has a vibe. You just have to choose yours. It's subtle, it's silent, and it's staring you in the face. That peephole on your cabin door? It's not always one way. Under certain lighting, with basic tools, someone could reverse it and see into your room. That's not a scare tactic. It's a real, documented vulnerability. The fix? Stick a bandage, a sticky note, anything over it, or buy a sliding cover for a few bucks online. Want next-level security? Bring a portable door lock that wedges into the frame. Nobody's getting in, even with a key card. Is someone spying on you? Probably not. But comfort comes from preparation, not paranoia. You've waited months for this trip, booked your cruise early, selected the perfect cabin, well, so you thought, but the first night hits you like a wave. You're finally drifting off, lulled by the gentle hum of the ocean, and then it starts. Above your head, the rhythmic drag and scrape of deck chairs. Below, the unmistakable thud of metal carts slamming through crew corridors. From the wall next door, a full-volume toddler meltdown that seems to defy all natural laws of acoustics. Welcome to the cruise ship noise trap. Nobody warns you about it. Not the travel agent, not the booking site, not even the cruise line, whose smiling deck plans paint every room in soft pastels and calming blues, as if noise doesn't exist on a floating steel resort carrying 5,000 people. But noise does exist, and it's relentless if you're in the wrong cabin. Deck chairs are dragged across hard surfaces as early as 5 a.m. in preparation for sunrise coffee drinkers and yoga classes. Lounges and theaters below your room blast rehearsals and performances until well past midnight. Crew service doors slam open and shut all night, echoing through thin walls like thunder. And don't even get started on cabins across from laundromats, next to elevators, or beside high-traffic stairwells. It's like trying to nap in a shopping mall during a fire drill. You can't exactly knock on the captain's door and request silence, but that doesn't mean you're powerless. Experienced cruisers know the rule. Always, always check what's above, below, and next to your cabin before booking. Never rely on descriptions alone. Scan the deck plans like a detective. Look for cabins that are directly sandwiched between two other passenger decks, one above, one below. No lounges, no gyms, no kid zones, just sleeping quarters. That usually means less foot traffic, less chair dragging, and fewer midnight surprises. Midship cabins tend to offer the best of both worlds. Not only are they more stable during rough seas, but they're also usually distanced from engines, anchors, and other mechanical noise. If you want to go a step further, call the cruise line. Don't just ask about availability, ask them directly which decks are quietest on this ship. It's not in the brochure, but reps will often share the inside scoop if you sound like someone who knows what to ask. There's nothing worse than waking up groggy every day of your vacation, wondering what possessed you to book a room right above the casino karaoke finals. Remember, the quietest cruise experience doesn't just happen. It's chosen by those who know where to look. It's formal night. You're dressed to the nines. The staircase is gleaming, the lighting is soft, and you're feeling like you belong on the cover of a travel magazine. Then, like clockwork, a cruise photographer appears out of nowhere. Polite smile, camera in hand. Just one quick photo, they say. You oblige. Why not? It's part of the fun. Later, you pass the onboard photo gallery. There it is, your smiling face in a glossy frame with a price tag that might as well be in gold leaf. $25 for the print, $15 for the digital, $40 for the combo. Suddenly, that quick shot becomes a not-so-subtle shakedown. And the worst part, it's rarely a great photo. Maybe the angle is awkward, the lighting off, or you were caught mid-blink. But now it's emotionally loaded. You were there after all. That's the genius of the cruise photo trap. They capture moments you'll want to remember, but they're hoping you'll pay to do so. The smarter move? Take back the lens. Bring your phone. Use portrait mode. Ask another guest or a friendly crew member to take the shot. Those stunning locations, the staircase, the sunset deck, the glass elevators, they're not exclusive. They're free for everyone. So are your memories. And bonus, the smiles you capture with your own camera. They're often more relaxed, more real, and far more personal than anything posed. Save your dollars. Capture your own cruise magic on your terms. Now let's peel back the curtain a little further. There's something that follows you on every cruise. It opens your cabin door, it orders your drinks, it logs your purchases, and it watches you. That plastic cruise card, or maybe it's a sleek wristband on newer ships, comes embedded with RFID technology. That means every time you tap it, every time you walk into a venue, every time you pause near a shop window, it's recording where you go, what you buy, how long you linger. Cruise lines say it's for safety. And yes, in an emergency, knowing your last known location could be critical. But let's be honest, that data has other uses. Spend 20 minutes outside the spa? A discount massage flyer shows up on your cabin TV. Walk into the jewelry store twice in one day? Expect a personal shopping invitation. Order 4 cocktails in the first 2 hours of the cruise? That drink package upgrade message might just coincidentally appear tomorrow morning. It's not dystopian, but it is deliberate. That data turns you into a moving target of marketing, a customer profile in motion, but used wisely, it can work in your favor. Traveling with kids or a group, most cruise apps let you see where your companions are in real time. No more wandering through crowds yelling names. Dispute a charge. Your activity log is your receipt. It's not about fear, it's about awareness, because once you understand how you're being tracked, you also learn how to stay one step ahead. And now, the final hours of your trip. The port is in sight, you're docked, vacation's over, cue the chaos, hundreds, sometimes thousands of passengers dragging wheeled bags through narrow corridors, the elevators, packed, the buffet, wiped out, the lounges, crowded with impatient travelers anxiously watching the time. And outside, a customs line that feels more like a cattle pen, all because everyone is racing to be first off the ship. But here's the truth, there's no medal for early disembarkation, no cruise trophy for getting to baggage claim at 7:05 a.m. The real reward? Staying on board longer, savvy cruisers linger. They sip a final cup of coffee, grab one last breakfast without the line. They take quiet photos of an empty ship, reliving every moment with calm clarity while everyone else stampedes to the gangway. Their luggage? It's still there, waiting. But now it's easy to find, sitting in a near-empty collection zone without a crowd. It's like having a private goodbye. Disembarkation doesn't have to feel like the end of a dream. It can feel like a quiet curtain call. You don't leave stressed, you leave fulfilled. So what have we uncovered? Cruise lines aren't malicious. They're not out to trick you for sport. They're businesses, but business can blur the line between hospitality and hustle, between what enhances your trip and what subtly exploits it. The difference lies in awareness, knowing when to tip, when to opt out, when to say yes, and when to walk away, knowing how to spot the quiet cabins, how to protect your privacy, how to time your meals so you're never elbow deep in overcooked pasta. These hacks, these behind-the-curtain truths, they don't just save you money, they buy you something far more valuable: control. Control over your experience, control over your time, control over how you remember the trip long after you've disembarked. Because the best cruises aren't the most expensive ones. They're the ones where you decide how to sail, with intention, with insight, with eyes wide open. Thanks for watching Cruise Watch, where we tell it like it really is on the open seas. If you enjoyed this deep dive into cruise secrets and survival strategies, make sure to subscribe for weekly videos that help you cruise smarter, cheaper, and better than ever before. Until next time, sail sharp and never underestimate the traveler who knows what the cruise line doesn't tell you.